morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us today as we are in recognition of our Mental Health Awareness Month, which is May 2022. The City of Fairburn is certainly excited to be able to be here today and have all of our employees, including everyone that's out there in our social media outlets, to be able to join us live as we engage in just a virtual discussion surrounding mental health. Today, as part of our panel, we have myself, Talisha Champagne. I'm the Human Resources Director. We also have joining with us Chapin Payne, who is our Director of Parks and Recreation. And from United Healthcare, we have Laura Snyder, who is the Director of Healthcare Economics. Thank you all so much for being here with us today. This will not be a long discussion, but we do want to start off by saying that the City of Fairburn is definitely committed to making sure that each of our employees are not only healthy and well, but also that they are an engaged group of employees. And to be engaged, we believe that health and wellness is certainly an essential component of that. We also believe that while there is a stigma behind mental health, we do believe that coming through the pandemic, with everything that each of us really have had to go through, whether from local government and shifting the way that we conduct business, the manner in which we provide programming, or the manner in which we provide services, we do believe and we recognize that the pandemic has impacted many of us as it relates to our families, as it relates to how we work, and as it relates to how we balance our life and our work. And so we do believe that mental health is definitely a discussion that is important and is definitely prevalent in our communities today. So we want to take an opportunity just to say, from a human resources perspective, we certainly pride ourselves in making sure that we have programming, services, resources, and tools that are necessary for our employees to stay well and to stay engaged as it relates to our health and wellness initiatives, as it relates to our employee engagement program, our employee assistance program, and of course our partnerships and tools and resources that we have with our medical health provider, which is United Healthcare. So today I want to start off with Chapin, who's our Parks and Recreation Director, just to have you, Chapin, to really be able to provide us a little bit more insight as it relates to the programming that you provide from your department and how you see that extending out to members of our community.
All right, thank you so much, Talisha. So one of the things that we had to do this year is to re-engage our seniors, our adults, and also our youth. But we kind of highlighted and put a priority on our seniors and our youth because during the pandemic, that was a very hard-hit demographic. Just because, as you know, youth don't have transportation. As adults, we were able to kind of maneuver and pivot to more socially accepted things that created social distancing, whether it was going to a park, whether it was going on hikes, whether it was just meeting up with friends in a parking lot. We were kind of able to really make that pivot. Our youth, not necessarily. You have to think that they had canceled birthday parties. They had canceled sporting events, canceled banquets. The times where they normally engage the most, which is at school, that was now virtual. So now they're completely in a digitized world and without the transportation and the knowledge to really make those pivots. Then we had our seniors who were very in that population that was the hardest hit, who had the most health concerns surrounding. So isolation and quarantine was a very big topic during that time period, especially at the height of the pandemic. And then you had the just being scared as you're coming out of the pandemic. Is it now safe to actually re-engage? Is it safe for us to, as we still have different variances of COVID-19, is it even safe to still get out in the community? Something as simple as going to the grocery store, going to pick up your mail, just small little activities that we didn't really realize that those have been taken away. Just being able to go to the grocery store. Just think how how impactful that is just to go and be able to purchase your own food. But now you're having to Instacart, or you're having to have someone drop you off food, or you're having to have some type of way to make that pivot. So we focused really on our seniors and our youth, and our first goal was to bring back youth sports. So we did bring back youth sports last year. Then we started to say, how can we re-engage our senior community? So that was a very big priority as we went into 2021 fall and 2022, is offering at least 2 activities per week for our seniors to engage safely. So that's the key word is safely, is putting, we monitored numbers, we made sure everyone had individual equipment, we spread everyone out just so everyone could even get that feeling that I'm walking into an area that is safe. That has blown up. We've even pivoted, and we've also extended it to doing a walking club. Because you think you haven't been outdoors, and just that walk of being engaging with people who are like-minded, and just doing a healthy activity. So every Monday and Wednesday, we're up in the morning walking downtown Fairburn. So if you see us, you can always join in. We're always accepting new members into our senior programming. So we offer 2 programs per week and then 2 specialized events per month. So those would be a social event, whether it's a paint and sip, or they did a pottery and paint class. We've done paint and sip, a wreath making class during the Easter holiday. We've done gift wrapping, just different things. One of the really big ones that we did was about scamming, is trying to eliminate some of the barriers in the knowledge base. What that was during the holiday season, and offering that comfortable ease in your mind that someone is here with you, that it's just not you alone. And it's really worked out, and we see more and more people coming out, more and more people getting engaged. So our next population is going back to our adults. So we want to make sure we're all inclusive, but we want to encourage everyone, if you are having any type of issues, or if you are dealing with any type of mental health, just reach out to anyone with the city. The city has resources that they're able to connect you with. The person you ask may not have those resources, but they may know someone who has the resources. Everyone can get in contact with Ms. Champagne to get those resources out to not only our employees, but also to the community, because it affected everyone.
And Jason, just last question for you. Because we are, here in local government, and we pride ourselves in being able to be servants of not just our employees, but servants of our community as well. How important do you think programming from a Parks and Recreation standpoint is as it relates to looking at mental health?
So we always pride ourselves. We are the play. We are the play of Fairburn. We want people to get out, get engaged, get healthy. That's one of our big pushes, because as you get healthy, you're more confident about yourself. It's not necessarily geared around weight loss. It's geared more about physical health and mental health. So we're doing an initiative now, Wellness Wednesdays. It kicks off on Wednesday, where we're offering a free workout class with healthy lifestyle vendors every first and third Wednesday. So that is just a way for the community, no judgment zone. You just come out, get some great information, get a great workout in with people who are also like-minded and want to get healthy. And we always say that kind of all trickles down. As we get more people healthy and engaged, the less fire and police calls. Our police and fire are highly engaged in our recreation programs. So our community gets to know our officers. They get to know our firemen. We were just at the pool this weekend, where one of our officers was at the pool, and so many people knew him because he's always at our events. He's always engaging with people, with our community, and it just makes you feel better. So from our concerts to our senior programming, to our athletics, to our teen retrieve, which is something that we're launching for our teens this summer, which is a new initiative, which is just a safe haven for our teens to come during the day. It's free from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we are turning our youth center into a nice teen center. We're going to get ready this week to put together some great things, just so you can be in a safe environment where you can thrive and be around your peers and create more of that engaging that we've missed kind of for the 2 years. You got to think some classes didn't even get to graduate. So those were big hits of monumental moments that have changed. So we just want to be an avenue. A lot of you have anger. Teen violence has increased. So we have some great staff on board on my team, and also with our fire and police department, and just getting everyone together, instilling that community atmosphere back in Fairburn, where when you see people, when I go running down the street, I run down Main Street. It's never a time I don't get 15 honks on the way up. You just wave, and I don't even know who I'm waving to at times, but you just waving. And when people get familiar and they know you, it just creates that help a friend to help. And that's the atmosphere that administration is really trying to instill, that transparency, and that refocus and rebranding. And we're excited about the next year. And our fall festival, something that people have really been missing, it's back this year. So we are highly excited about that, and just offering those social engagement opportunities for our community, whether it's geared around fitness, entertainment, the arts, which our planning and zoning director has done a great job in instilling the arts in our community. So we're trying to meet everyone's niche, and if we don't have a niche for you right now or a program that meets your niche, shoot us an email. Let us know. It may be something you're not the only one feeling that you would like that type of information or that type of program. I guarantee you it's someone else thinking the same thing. So we're excited to meet the needs of our community.
Thank you so much, Jason. And as we also look at this from a health perspective, our theme for this event is making a connection so that we all can succeed. And the reason that we titled this is Making a Connection is because we are looking at this not just from a mental health perspective, but we're looking at this more holistic as we are looking at it from a physical, medical standpoint and a mental health standpoint. So Laura, I think it's really important here for you to just kind of help highlight for us what, just kind of give us a little background as it relates to mental health, and talk to us a little bit about how important United Healthcare is to us and to our employees.
Absolutely. Thank you, Talisha. It sounds like you all have some great things going on within your community, and I think that is fantastic. It's so important that we are supported not only from a physical standpoint, but also from a mental health perspective. So I think this topic is super important. United Healthcare is here to help support you from your medical needs, absolutely, like you mentioned, but also from a mental health perspective. We really look at you as employees, as whole people, and we know that our mental health is clearly connected to our physical health. So we need to make sure that we are supporting all of those areas. And the exciting news is you all have a lot of capabilities to help support you from both a physical well-being perspective as well as a mental well-being perspective. It's fantastic that you do have an EAP, so an employee assistance program through United Healthcare for employees that offers you support from a mental health perspective, where you can actually do therapy with licensed providers, and you can choose to do that in person, virtual, or telephonic. You can find out more information first by calling the number on the back of your ID card, but you can also connect through myuhc.com or our UHC app. And then we also have some resources on liveandworkwell.com where you can connect to educational information to better help you understand mental health support for you and your family. As was mentioned earlier, absolutely, our families have greatly been impacted as well throughout the pandemic, so wanting to provide that support. We also have an app called Sanvello that you can access for free. If you put in your United Healthcare ID number, you can get the premium version for free. And that's a great way to start tracking your mood, accessing some mindfulness resources to help you be more present and better control your stress. And then we also actually have, through the Simply Engaged program that the City of Fairburn has, as employees who are covered, you can actually access some incentive dollars for completing some different programs. One of those is wellness coaching, and there's a specific track to really help you, again, better manage your stress. So a lot of resources to really support you, not only from your physical health perspective, but also from a mental health perspective.
Thank you so much, Laura. And, again, because we do care about our community, is there any tools or resources that you can provide that members of our community can also, be able to utilize to really become a little bit more aware of their mental health, and just be able to have a takeaway, and really being able to recognize maybe some of the stressors or different things of that aspect?
Absolutely. And as I mentioned, I mean, mental health is a concern for all of us. So we want to make sure even those people who don't have United Healthcare insurance, that they also have resources to connect to. So I would first of all say, if you are covered through an insurance company, I would look at the back of your ID card and call that number. Another thing that you could do is actually ask your employer if they have an employee assistance program that you as an individual could access, because that's a fantastic resource across the board. And then the third thing, here in Georgia, we do have a Georgia Crisis Access Line. That's a number that you can call. And if you don't have coverage otherwise, or you are dealing with a mental health crisis, this is a great number to keep on hand should you need it for you or your family members. That number is 1-800-715-4225, and that's the Georgia Crisis and Access Line. So something that, again, anyone can access, and we know the importance of mental health for us, our family, our loved ones, as well as the community.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Mhm.
Again, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to each of our panel members. We want to say to each of our employees who are watching and all the members of our communities who may be watching right now, I want you to know that the City of Fairburn, we care. We care about our employees. We care about members of our community. And we wanted to take this opportunity just to bring some form of awareness to mental health. Um, it is very important. The discussion is certainly very important. And we wanted to take just a moment in time to make sure that you understand that you are not in this alone, and that there are tools and resources that are available to you to not just deal with your physical and medical health, but your mental health as well. So on behalf of our city administration and all members here of our panel, we say thank you. And again, we are making the connection so we all can succeed. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.